David. I work at the Franklin Branch Library, and I'm here to give you a basic introduction to guitar chords today. So this is an introductory guitar class, and basically what I'm going to do is show you all the open chords today. And this is for anybody that's just starting out on guitar, or anybody that's a little rusty, just getting back into it. So let's go ahead and grab your guitar, get your electric or your acoustic guitar, and we'll get started. Okay, before I get going here, I need to go get some basic groundwork down on what I'm going to be doing here. So we're going to be working on the first 3 frets of the guitar today. The first fret, the second fret, and the third fret. So each of these little metal wires across here is called a fret. So we're going to be working on these 3. You will be using pretty much all 4 of your fingers, mostly your 3 fingers, but occasionally you'll be using your pinky finger as well. The string order is starting here at this string here. That's the first string, that's the high E string. The second string is the B string. The third string here, that's the G string. The fourth string here, that's the A string, or the D string, I'm sorry. This string here is the A string, the 5th string, and the last string is the low E string. So in this order you have E, A, or E, B, G, D, A, and E. So that's what we're working for. So when I'm going through here, I'll tell you exactly where you need to fret each finger on what string. I'm tuned to 40 Hertz, and I'm in standard tuning, so to make sure your guitar is in standard tuning, we'll go ahead and get started with the A chord. The A chord, basically you're going to fret the D string with your index finger, the G string with your middle finger, and the B string with your ring finger. So the strings you're going to want to strum, we're starting with the A string here. Do with the A all the way down to the high E string. So remember, you have the first 3 fingers will be using on the D, the G, and the B string. The high E string will not fret that, that'll be left open. Now there's another way you can fret this too, just using your index finger. You can press down on the 3 strings here like that, the A, the G, and the B, and just strum down like that. Just do the 4, not hitting the high E string. If you're very dexterous, or you have a lot of flexibility in your finger, you can actually fret 3 strings. You might be able to do it. I can actually do it. You can hit the high E string, open string, that way. From here, we'll move to the E, or the A minor chord. The A minor, you're going to kind of shift your 2 fingers up, so you'll have your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and you want to place your index finger on the 1st fret of the B string, and there again you'll be strumming the same strings, just like that. You can hear the difference between the A minor, or A major, and the A minor. From there, let's go to the D chord. Now with the D chord, you're going to want to fret. You're going to be using 3 fingers again. You want to start by fretting the G string with your index finger, then moving to the B string with your ring finger, then fretting at the high E string with your middle finger. And this, you want to strum the string starting with the D string down like that. And from there, if you want to do the D minor chord, you're going to want to shift your fingers kind of back, starting with the your middle finger on the G string of the 2nd fret, your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the B string, and you use your index finger on the high E string at the 1st fret. You can hear the difference in the sound of that. So that is a D minor chord. So you can hear the difference, D major, D minor. Okay, from here we're going to work with the F chord. Now the F chord is a little bit more, probably the most difficult chord we'll be doing today. So I've heard a lot of people have trouble with that. So with that, the easiest thing to do would probably start with your index finger, and you're going to fret the B string and the high E string on the first fret. You want to do that there. Then move your middle finger to the G string on the second fret. Then move your ring finger on the third fret of the D string. Now the strings you want to strum on that are starting with the D and then strumming down like here. So you can hear the difference on that. There's another way you can do it too. You can actually fret, you use all four fingers in this case, and you get a more fuller sound doing this way, is fret the A string at the third fret, the D string at the third fret with your pinky finger, then just follow what we had previously with your middle finger on the G string at the second fret and your index finger on the B and E string, high E strings on the first fret. And you want to start strumming at the A string on that. So that's a little bit of a fuller sounding chord. So there's a couple of ways you can do the F chord. Traditionally, a lot of people teach it where you're just doing it the first, your three fingers there like that, or you can do it like this as well. Now from there, let's go to the C chord. The C chord is basically you're just kind of shifting up from what you're doing on the F chord. So with that one, you're going to place your ring finger on the A string at the third fret, your middle finger on the D string at the second fret, and you're going to jump down and leave the G string open. You don't want to fret that, and you want to fret the first fret at the B string. And basically this is what it'll look like, and then you want to strum starting with the A string going down. So that is the C chord. Let's go to learn the E chord. The E chord, we're going to start here using our middle finger and our ring finger. And basically you're going to want to fret the A string with the middle finger at the A string at the second fret. Fret the D string with your ring finger on the D string at the second fret. Then you're going to put your index finger on the first fret of the G string. And when you do that, you're going to strum all the strings, in this case starting with the low E string, 6th string, and just going down, just like this. Now from there you can learn from the E major, you can go to the E minor, and that's even more simple. You can just, what you have to do is just remove your index finger, and you just want to leave your two fingers fretted on the E. You can either do it like this with your index or index finger and your middle finger on the 8th, 2nd fret, or your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, or you can shift back to the middle and your ring finger like that. What you'll get there will sound like that, same strings. You can tell the difference between a major and a minor chord. Okay, from here, the last chord we're going to learn today is the G chord. Now there's a couple of different ways you can do the G chord. Basically what you want to do is place your index finger at the A string of the 2nd fret, your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and your ring finger at the high E string at the 3rd fret. What you will get is this sound. So I'm going to strum all the strings here in this case. There's another way you could do it, have a more fuller sounding G chord, where you can use your pinky finger and your ring finger and fret the B string and the high E string. And it will sound like this. There again, strum all 6 strings. So you can hear the difference. So that's basically the chords that I'm going to show you today on open chords, and you can go from there. Study, you get some chord books, you can go on different videos on YouTube and learn more chords by that way. Okay, let's go back over through all the chords. I'll start with the A and go through the D and so forth. So here's the A chord. Go to the D chord, A minor chord. To the D chord. D minor. F chord. Go to the C chord, E chord, E minor chord, to the G chord. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, I suggest going to Artistworks. That's a database that the library subscribes to. Watch that. You'll learn a lot of different guitar styles. A lot of it's introductory, intermediate to advanced. One teacher I really enjoy on there is Paul Gilbert. I'm sure you've all heard of Paul Gilbert, virtuoso guitar player. If you enjoy that, you might try some of the books that the library has. We have chord books. We have like different music books in tablature. So if you don't know how to read music, the tablature really helps with that too. So I'll see you around in the next video. Thanks.